to explain to you what I do is I literally time all my notes and I write down just what you say and what you hear, what I hear. Okay, so it's pretty simple on the left side. On the right side, I put any questions that I may have, and the questions really for me to be able to work with you on improving instruction in your room. One, I don't know your kids, so I'm at a disadvantage there. So again, my questions are very genuine because I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so keep that in mind. But as I'm looking through here and I look at what you said, and then of course I take notes throughout, and as I'm writing the notes, then at the very end, before I have a conversation with you, it's like, okay, what am I going to pick to talk to you about? Okay. So my big question actually came to me as I'm looking through all the notes, and I will send this to you. As I'm looking through all the notes, as you can see, I literally write down verbatim everything you say and do. I don't use any names on my notes. Okay, so if you can see, it just says SS or the students, and even when a particular student respond, I just put S5, S6, and not even you can identify who S5 is. It's just a different student. So I just use it to show you it's a different student. Okay. But I was looking through all my notes. The one thing that jumped at me was, what do you want ultimately for all your students?
The goal is to be on grade level by the end of the year.
Okay, but even for life, what do you want for all your first graders?
I want them to be successful.
Okay.
I want them to know basic skills, to be able to read. I mean, no matter what career path they take, no matter how old they are, they need to be able to read. They need to be able to think about the things that they're reading.
Okay, so I'm picking up, and correct me if I'm wrong, that ultimately you want them to be successful, independent.
Right, independent. That's a great word to describe it.
Yeah, that they can function in this society on their own and lead productive lives.
Right.
Okay, so that's what I made the assumption based on everything that I saw, but I wanted to hear you say it. And so then my big question came here.
Okay.
All right, because I noticed that you kept on saying, I want you to, I want you to, I want you to. And I know your background also, so I understand that. All right. But how would the students respond? Because I'm thinking it's like, how would you teach for them to be more independent?
You need to. I like that wording better.
Because I think by you saying, I want, are you taking the responsibility, or do the kids feel they're taking the responsibility? So I don't, and I know your students, so this really is a genuine question. I want you to understand that. How would the students respond if you said you need to help yourself?
I really like that. That does put it as more of they're more accountable, other than they're just doing it because I want them to.
Yeah, because I'm looking, you had, like, when you had the small group over here, I want you to find the word was. How would the kids have responded? You need to find the word was.
Yes.
It's, and there was another one. I want you to use this today. You need to use this today to help yourself.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Just just that little language.
Right, makes such a big difference.
I have to rely on you because you're the expert on these children, not me. So that's why my question is posed. How would the students respond? Not that do this kind of thing. You have to decide that.
I love that.
So just something to keep in mind.
I do love that. I think it would help transfer more when they're on their own,
and
thinking that's my job, it's not what my teacher wants me to do.
Right, yeah. And that's what I'm thinking, because it's like, okay, are they going to go through their academic careers thinking it's about what the teacher wants, or is it what they need? And I'm going back to, which is my original question, is like, what do you ultimately want for your kids? So just that little teacher language.
I love that.
Would be it.
Can I go open
So,
the door for her? She is a kid.
So, just that's all you can. Obviously, my notes have a lot more than that, but I think that's probably what would have the most impact on instruction across the board. So, what do you think you would do different tomorrow?
Right. So when they're reading, you need to find this word. Just wording it different, putting them more accountable instead of me saying, "This is what I want you to do. This is what you need to do to be successful on your own."
Okay. Do you think that's manageable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's such an easy but powerful fix.
Yeah. And I could take it back to in any part of the lesson, and it's almost the same situation, but it really didn't hit me till at the very end. because obviously the language in the small group instruction is far more intense than the large group. So how do you think your lesson went?
I think it went well.
Or better said, the 90-minute block.
Well, I feel like it went by very quick. So if I rushed through anything.
Okay. Only you would know. None of us would know that, by the way.
I hated that I had to leave out them reading with partners from their books on the carpet.
Okay.
But they're in their book baskets for them to practice reading at any point in the day. So I didn't want to waste my guided reading time. Yeah. So. Anytime that they come in from the classroom, whether it's transitioning from specials, recess, wherever, they have to get a book out while they wait for the next thing to do.